What's up, everybody? Quentin with Wet Dreams Outdoors. If you're like me, you don't really like spending money on stuff you know you can make yourself. And that's today's episode, Texas rigs for duck hunting. So, thankfully, since I fish and do other outdoors activities, I actually, thanks, Nye. I actually have all the tools that I would need and other stuff that is needed to make my own Texas rigs. So I'm gonna go over it, show you what tools you need, show you what supplies you need, and just give you a quick, hopefully we can do this in less than a minute, show you what to do here. So, first off, pair of crimps. These are Penn crimpers. They do have cutters. I use them for making my leaders. Don't have videos of it, but when I was out in North Carolina fishing red drum, I was making my own monofilament leaders using crimps so very useful. Obviously, if you have crimps, or crimpers, you need the crimps. So these ones are for 60 to 80 pound mono. For the application today, they are going to work great. Next, these little swivels. They're meant for fishing. That's what I'm using. You probably could use any other type of barrel swivel with a large enough clasp. These ones, they have a nice little plastic slide on them. Again, use them for ocean fishing. Actually, originally got these for striper fishing. You buy them pretty much anywhere that I know. And if you go to like a tackle store, they're a little expensive. I got them off Amazon. I think it's a pack of 50. I don't even think it was even $15. I'm sure they went up since then. But then on top of that, so around me, it's hard to find heavy enough monofilament line to make leaders. I tried 60 pound mono, which is something I have from the ocean. It's too light. Feels thick enough, definitely heavy enough for a decoy. Downside, when you try to bag them up, they tangle up very easily. So that's what I am doing now, and so far it is working. This is 150 pound downrigger cable. So it's braided stainless steel wire. This is the camouflage, so as you see it's brown. It's not shiny silver like typical stainless steel. So we're gonna need that. Then you need your weight. I used to use J weights. My keel strap started breaking, so I'm just gonna turn these J weights into Texas rigs. So let's get started here. First, got to untie a wire. If you never worked with wire before, you don't have a rubber band on it, and if you do, watch it, because it's spring loaded. It's going to want to snap out. So if it's ever not supported, see if we can get this, it's going to do that. So just a fair heads up, it does want to come out of there. So you're going to want to try to keep some type of rubber band on it to hold it in place while you are trying to work with it. So now I gotta try to secure mine. Right there, I think we're good. You don't need it like super secure, just enough that it doesn't try to unspool the whole 200-foot roll on you. So I don't fish super shallow water. Some water I fish is a little deeper. So I'm gonna go 6 foot on my Texas rigs. Back here a bit. So 6 foot, I'm 6 feet tall. General rule of thumb, tip to tip of your fingers is generally within a few, or I want to say about 1 to 2 inches of your overall height. Typically, not all the time, most of the time. So that's my unit measure. Good tip to tip, I think it's 71 inches. I'm 72 inches tall. Break out your crimps. As I said, they got a nice pair of wire cutters on the side. Get to your mark, snip it. So now you're gonna grab your little crimp sleeves. I actually put these ones away properly and have the flap taped down, which is kind of shocking. I normally don't do that. So I'm gonna grab 2 of these right now, just because I know I'm gonna need the second one. These are double barrel crimps, so we're gonna slide through the one side. See if we can get that focused in here. Slide through the one side. Then you are going to take your tag gun and just push it back through the other, like so. I typically don't leave much stick out, maybe a millimeter. I think you can see that. There we go. Then I want my loop to be roughly that big. So grab the crimps. Now I know these sleeves are 0.5 or 0.1, sorry, to 0.5. And then you also have a 0.5 to 1.0. These crimps are size 1.0. So I'm going to go to the 1.0 on the crimpers, which is the second notch. And just going to give them a little squeeze. For this application, I do crimp the full crimp. So I give it one bite in the front. I'm going to move back, and I'm going to give it a bite in the back side. And now, you'll see, I got a full crimp, the full length of that piece. Now, you want to give it a test, pull it, we're good. So, next, take your wire, just feed it through your slide, like so. Send her down home. Grab your last crimp, right here. Feed it the wire into it, like so. Ooh, actually, I do like to run away on the wire, like so. J-hook, again, really self-explanatory here. Tag in through the eye, or whatever other type of weight you want to use. I like J-hooks because if I'm using Texas rig in a river or any type of flowing water or windy days, the hook, if there's any type of brush, debris or something down there, rocks, J-hooks can get caught on that, so it kind of keeps it from just floating off or decoy floating away. I like to let them pivot a little bit, but I don't like a whole ton, so I do keep my loop a little tight, but enough that the weight can move if it needs to. So once you get there, crimps again, grab onto your sleeve, make sure she's straight, and give her a pinch. Realign, get back a hold of it, give her a pinch. Now I said I was going to try this under a minute. Man, did I ever overshoot that. Right there we go. We got a 6 foot long Texas rig. So the inside loop of the slide is actually big enough. It will slide over the crimp. It'll try to come up here. It does stop. And I haven't had one pop off yet, so I'm not worried about it. If you would have one slide up over that crimp and it does happen to slide off your loop, very simple. Just put a bead. Put a bead on there. That's all. Simple, easy, effective. So that is all there is to making a Texas rig. At least that's how I do it. 150 foot, or actually 200 foot of the Diamond Rigger cable. It's 40 bucks. Like I said, I think I got maybe, well, for argument's sake, we'll say 50 cents on this. And then J-hook, it's recycled. Can't remember how much I paid for them originally. I think it was a dozen, what was this, 4 ounce? I think it was a dozen 4 ounce for, I want to say like 15 bucks back when lead was cheap. So I have 6 feet of this material, the cable. It's basically about 8 cents per foot. So I got maybe, what was that? Maybe 48 cents in the cable, 50 cents, round up, say $1. Crimps, I'm gonna go on the high side. I know they're not this much. 10 cents a piece, argument's sake. So say I'm at 1.2. Now say this is today, you can even say this is, or arguably you could say this is like $1. And I don't think a 4 ounce J-weight's gonna be $1. Or 4 ounce lead. Like I said, you can use any type of lead you want. But yeah, so we're gonna say $1. Well, actually, you know what? We're gonna say $2. So we're just round it all up. So I have $3.25 in this entire rig. Most of the Texas rigs I've been seeing are $40 for 6. So right here, I can make a dozen for the same price. Obviously, not factoring in my tools, but I already have all that stuff anyway. So no harm, no foul. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time. Hit that like and subscribe button. Drop comments if you want to see me do anything else, and a little how-tos, stuff that you'd like to see how I do it. And remember, we don't do sweet dreams here. We like to keep them wet. So catch you next time.